Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Dev Parkour. I'm Brian Parks, and in this video I want to talk about what specifically I mean when I talk about an order management system. So if you haven't been following the channel, I've been working on a project for the last couple weeks, and I will be working on it for the next several into the future. Basically taking an old piece of code that I wrote several years ago in PHP and making it cloud native and modern, scalable, that sort of thing. Doing hopefully some cool things with it. Sorry, my cat's trying to get into the blinds here. But hopefully doing some cool things with it. But I wanted to kind of give a background on what order management systems in general are. I've already done a video where I did a tour of what Glassminnow was and kind of the history and background of it. But I do specifically want to be able to say that Glassminnow is an order management system in the same way that other well-established order management systems are order management systems. So I'm assuming that pretty much everybody watching this is familiar with e-commerce, right? At the very least, we've bought something on Amazon. Maybe we used eBay back in the day. But the idea of buying something from an online store is not too unusual, right? We go to a website that has a large product catalog. We choose some items, we stick them in a shopping cart, we check out, enter credit card information, pay with PayPal, whatever. Fairly normal online shopping workflow. However, there are still many industries where that really doesn't make sense. Larger physical items, for instance, or highly customizable things. Or in some cases, just smaller shops that don't necessarily have the large online presence. My background back in high school, I worked at a boat dealership. Smaller boat dealerships don't necessarily have an online presence, and you're certainly not going to buy a boat online, or not necessarily going to buy a boat online. I know Tesla, you can buy a car online. But you're not really going to customize and purchase a boat online. You're going to go to a dealership, place an order, and then, if you're buying a piece of inventory, you might get it that day. But there might be some upgrades, enhancements, repairs, that sort of thing. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about orders. And even kind of piggybacking off of that, there's a whole other class of orders called service orders. So when you bring something in to be repaired, obviously you don't necessarily do that online. I mean, you can, right? You could submit a request for repair, ship your item back to someone, and that sort of thing, right? But that's still outside the normal e-commerce workflow. So Glassminnow is actually really well suited to orders, rental orders, which is another class that I didn't specifically mention, and service orders. So those are kind of the three aspects that I'm going to be focusing on with this project. But what does that actually look like from a user perspective? So if someone were actually to use Glassminnow or something like it, how would they actually use that? Well, someone might walk into their shop, someone might call up on the phone, and they would go into their order management system, enter some information about the customer, and the specific items they were ordering, or the repairs that they were requesting, or in the case of a rental, the dates that they wanted to rent a piece of equipment for, right? And then you would have additional workflows from there. So you could actually send an invoice and do electronic payment methods and that sort of thing. But yeah, that's basically where I'm going with order management system. Obviously, Glassminnow has a lot more functionality that we'll be building on top of that basic foundation. But ultimately, the foundation of the order management system is the order and its various different incarnations. Rental, service, or just straight up, I'm buying a thing, please ship it to me. So yeah, I hope that gave you a little bit more background on what I'm doing in this project. If you like this video, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you'll be notified when the next videos get posted. Like I've said in previous videos, the basic cadence I've been going on is that every Monday there's a little bit of code sharing where I actually write some code and kind of show the latest progress on the project. And then throughout the week I have other shorter videos like this where I talk about either decisions that I'm making or give a little bit more background on some of the things, maybe answer some questions that viewers have. So if you have a question about this whole project or anything code related, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments below. That helps out the channel and helps you get more engaging, exciting content. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, cat's not on my lap anymore.